whatever member is coming in next for these teams to win it all. Right here, of course, it's going to be a Fly. I think that makes a heck of a lot of sense. A very talented player, one of the old guard for Canisius, and probably the best collegiate Game & Watch I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, a Fly has been fantastic for the side of the Golden Griffins. I mean, even, when he first joined, obviously we didn't really know what we had here joining the MAC conference, but a Fly, since he stepped in, has played fantastic. He's taken down a lot of key members. And I think, honestly, with Fresh on the rise and a Fly, I think now kind of entering his upperclassman years,
yes,
that experience is going to show in this stage, on this scene. A Fly, by the way, was one of the few members for Canisius that didn't get a win at Atlantic City last time. He was the blind pick for them opening up against Marist. Now he gets the chance to be on the stage. He's going to get counterpicked here by Kevo 360 for the side of Manhattan. And Kevo is another Shulk player on the rise. Last time I saw him, and Shulk Game & Watch, Sortie versus Game & Watch.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, a Fly is absolutely going to have to work hard, think hard, and play harder to figure out this matchup, because I know a Fly loves the bucket. One of their favorite kill confirms has always been that Game & Watch bucket. And Shulk, I think, has genuinely nothing that could go in the bucket. I think the bucket is an ability completely offline for this matchup. So a Fly going to have to go right back to those Bombo combos, rely on the turtle and the manhole cover a lot. Perhaps the juggle or even the judgment could make a huge space here. But I feel like when I think of a Fly, I think of the bucket. And against a Shulk, that bucket does nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. The only thing that Bucket's really going to do in this matchup is kind of freeze him in the air, kind of stalls you out a little bit longer. But there are just typically better options in a matchup like this. But yeah, having a full input that's just not worth using, it makes this matchup very difficult. But when we talk about characters and how they play, we often think of Game & Watch as this defensive monster. The out-of-shield options that they have, down smash, up B. There are so many things they could do. Nair combos, something that a Fly does very well are those multi-hit Nair combo strings.
Yep.
But against Kevo, this Shulk has been fantastic for the side of Manhattan. And the Shulks here in the MAC, I mean, you look at Baco, you look at Knight from Siena. Kevo's taken down one of them before. I watched it at the end of the regular season. He's a very strong player in his own right, and he's looking to make Manhattan's win happen here if they can against a Fly.
Yeah, hashtag Winhattan, trying to keep that name tried and true. And a Fly, I think, is really kind of the final boss in this moment. Traditionally, the anchor for the squad coming in early because it's your kind of last and only chance, right? You need to find that lineup. You need to get that space as fast as you can. And I'm definitely nervous for Canisius here. It's up to a Fly to win this out, tried and true, to keep the dream alive. And I'm trying to run the numbers here because it's winnable, right? If a Fly drops all 8, it's winnable in a way that the 5th player can come through. But if a Fly goes through, even with a 2-stock win, then it's not possible for the remaining player to win this out. I don't think but whatever. Let's not worry about my math right now. Let's worry about the matchup. Shulk versus Game & Watch. I think you could ask anybody in the world, and they'd say Shulk probably takes this one away.
Yeah, a Fly needs to come up with something here and in a big fashion, right? Because only minimal points are on the board for them. They need to get back within that 8-stock range. So here we go. Game number 1, Kevo and a Fly on Final Destination. And at low percents here, you got to wonder who's got the advantage. Right now, it's that sword that Kevo brings to the table.
Yeah, Kevo really going to have kind of that poke radius game, but a Fly going in with a lot of value, goes for the up aerial, uses the trampoline to make space once again, and that up special out of shield is a Game & Watch classic. Grab into down throw, shield again comes through with that up air. Oh, the hammer is going to be whiffed out, and the Buster Sword does come to a close. One Minato art offline for just a moment. A-Fly really trying to make this as fast a tempo game as they can, because if you don't allow the Shulk to think about what Minato comes next, they have to act off raw instinct alone, and often that can give them the misinput like that. A-Fly finds the first stock 45 seconds into the matchup and is trying to dominate Kevo in this Final Destination.
Big forward smash read there, and they'll be able to take that opening stock like you mentioned. But now Buster online, the other key to this matchup is those arts that Kevo's going to cycle through, because Game & Watch is one of the lightest characters in this game. He's bottom 3. So he can die very early when Smash Art is online. Buster, going to be very impactful. The damage output for both these characters is very, very strong. And the turnarounds from A-Fly right now, these back airs, when Kevo wants to get aggressive, stuffing out the attempts, knowing your spacing, knowing when to go is the name of the game for Kevo. He's got
that was a 9!
Forward airs. The 9 doesn't land. He's going to get hit by the down air as well. Does he have the recovery? Does he have the fade? Wow, perfect spacing by a Fly to get back to stage.
Good spacing. The hammer is going to be whiffed out, but the chair finds purchase. The jump Monado comes out once again. The recovery in. The bomb not there to disrupt it. Invincibility frames allow Shulk back onto stage. Manhole cover late, and it's the pump that is able to find it. Oh my goodness, every single hit. A full throttle lineup from A-Fly, 113, almost a full stock in the lead here. Looking for a clean run. One Canisius absolutely needs right now. And even A-Fly's first stock. Reminder, one of the lightest in the game goes down at 120%.
It took a runoff forward air to get that stock off of A-Fly, but now the forward tilt comes through. Another jump back to stage. Forward smash won't land. Buster Art being used. Another couple bit of damage being landed, but Buster Art working against him there with that forward air. No! The lingering hitbox. He wanted to forward air the bomb away, but instead he ends up biting the bullet, and all of a sudden it's 2-1.
2-1, a full stock lead here for A-Fly once again. This is the player Canisius needed to send into the trial by fire. The Hellfire working well against A-Fly, who collapses under pressure. It is full raw instinct right now, and Kevo just cannot find the lineup. You think Shulk would win this one, but A-Fly clean as a whistle, tried and true. One of the best, if not the best, Game & Watch in collegiate, and he's proving that here on the max stage.
Very strong start here. One comes through, so a little bit of damage dealt back to him, but still, the pressure on Kevo here. They go for the forward smash, but the up B gets him out of harm's way. This is such a huge stock right now for Kevo. An extra 2 points headed towards Canisius' way. Does so much in terms of the scoreline. Back aired off stage once more, threatening the recovery once more. Another lingering hitbox of the Nair is going to knock him off stage, but now shield art being used. There's not much that a Fly can do about it. A-Fly now with center stage control, still can't find a hit on this smash art. And with smash art gone, how does Kevo take this stock?
Needs to take a stock here, wants to make it as cheap a win for Canisius as possible, uses the jump bar to get back on the stage, speed in return, trying to catch something out early with a hammer. That's the bomb. I'm surprised we don't see a forward smash, but maybe A-Flash trying to make it flashy. Oh, my, what? Replay, please. What even just happened?
The up B hit Kevo into the stage. Oh my goodness, he wasn't ready to tech.
There's no one in the world that techs that, Soy. I couldn't even process what happened until about 3 seconds after. You would have had to have the soul read of soul reads to get that. Wow. That's literally all I've got to say.
9 times out of 10, it sends you out. It sends you away from the stage.
Exactly.
And from this angle, let's see this again here. The up B,
dude!
I thought it hit him on the right side, so I thought he'd be sent out and left. But no, it sends him into the stage, and Kevo, not prepared for it, hits him back in. Wow, what a hitbox. And now, oh my goodness.
That's just so unlucky.
Canisius with a 2-stock swing there. They get 2 more points on the board, and they go to Kalos. I was just about to say, I think that A-Fly loves this stage because he wanted Final Destination. He wants there to be a lack of platforms here. Kevo, they're going to have a really big game plan and a change up here if they're going to bring this one back.
Kevo kept it a little bit close, but not nearly as close as we need against a player like A-Fly. You have to be leading and dominating the charge against a player like A-Fly, or they're going to tear through you like they can do it with their eyes closed. Already 12 to 80% differential. Rolls underneath. A great spot dodge comes through and a bomb to catch the platform. A-Fly eats a sword, but deals 25% out in return, and the up air comes through not once, not twice, but thrice. And now a fourth one is going to barely miss. The manhole cover makes the space once again. 108 speed art online. Can A-Fly get more damage, or do they just need to wait out this Monado?
Right now, the plan is to wait out that Monado. They find the back air. Jump art used. Oh, the turnaround, the scoop could put him in a tricky spot. Buster art now being used here. This is a high risk play for Kevo. He's at kill percentage, and he's going to die for it. That Nair is not safe on shield, and the forward smash will punish it. A Fly takes the first stock of game 2.
there was a world where we didn't even go to set number 3, and now we're looking at a world where we are going all the way to set number 5. The way Canisius has been able to answer this back. Now, something we are going to have to talk about later is A-Fly, the anchor, plays in slot number 4. So who is going to be found in that 5th slot? Of course, we've got to get there, and with the way Kevo is trying to turn things around, there is a world where they can answer early. They go for the counter onto a bomb, get brought off stage. The Turtle able to find it, the recovery in, the ledge, the grab, and the stock gone from Kevo once again. A 3 stock from A-Fly would make this a 14-12 series and make it anybody's game.
The spacing by A-Fly right now, throwing out these hitboxes, weaving around the sword, and recognizing when Kevo is overextended. He goes for the hammer there, but it's a 1 instead. Now smash out online. He dips low. Again, no tech from Kevo, so he takes a little bit more damage. Another air dodge out. Still holding on to the stock, but that time the run off forward air will clean it up. 2-1 right now. Kevo's really got to put in some effort here. He's going to have to burn through shield art, but he just doesn't care. Hold the jab and burn through it.
Oh, my goodness. Hold the jab and burn through it has been the name of the game, and it's worked every time he's tried it. The speed art comes online, wants to rush down onto A-Fly, but with a 1-stock disadvantage, already 90%, you have entered kill confirm for a game and watch against you. The Turtle will fall short. The Buster comes out, and A-Fly's got to play it careful, because when you're this light, that can cost you. When you overextend into the down smash, you've got to respect it, or your game comes to a close. Barely able to make it back with the backslash. There's a hammer. There's a forward smash, and there's an A-Fly victory. 2 stocks left online. That takes us 14-11, still in favor of Manhattan. But Canisius has brought it all the way back, and it's up to their 5th and final player to sneak out a win.
And look at the emotion on their faces. They were down. They felt like they were out of it, but they've brought it all back to a 5th and final set. And look at them. Look at the